a great day to be alive. I love the Lord so much, and I'm so appreciative of all of the people that are part of our community here. I'm coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. Beautiful city. Don't know if you've ever been, but if you haven't, you definitely need to put it on your bucket list of places to travel. It's a beautiful city, lots of things to do, and if you love music, there's music on every single street corner and in just about every single restaurant, live music, and home of the live music anywhere you go. So you definitely need to make a trip to Nashville, Tennessee. If you haven't, I do want to let you know that we are totally dependent on folks like you to support what we're doing. So I want to extend an invitation for those of you that are watching. You can support through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. The information's down at the bottom of the stream. You can also support just like Amy Heights did with a super sticker or a super chat. Amy Heights, you are amazing. As we dive into this deeper coverage on this episode, I want to be thinking, like, if Karen Read is not guilty, then who did it? That's the way I want us to be thinking. And if we have time, which I don't know if we will, but if we have time, I want to kind of go through Jennifer Coffindaffer's tweets about this and sort of understand what her perspective is on the case. She's someone I really respect. She's been a friend of this show many times, and she has an opinion that often aligns with what our opinions are of cases, and she actually is an expert. So I think if we have time, we'll go through some of her tweets on this. She's been tweeting about this case for a long time. I'm wearing this shirt today that says Jesus was wrongly judged.
Going after innocent victims of, members of the family and witnesses in the case. A lot of it happening on the internet, some of it happening outside the courthouse, on the courthouse steps. But he posted a video and he was extremely angry about the way these witnesses and the victim's family and friends were being treated by people, a lot of them local, on the internet, talking about this case and say they are 100% innocent. They are presumed innocent, just like every criminal defendant. But that's what makes this case so different. Turtle Boy, local social media personality with a growing following, talking about this case over and over again and kind of striking a nerve with a lot of people. I had him on the show to explain, why are you protesting? Why are you doing this? He's not connected to anyone in the show, but he said in the trial, but he said he thinks there's an injustice here. But the people that he's protesting are getting a little angry and fed up, and it goes back and forth, because they all believe that Karen Read is a murderer. He doesn't. Neither does Karen Read. As a matter of fact, Karen Read believes that she's a victim in all of this, a victim of this police cover-up. Now, the DA was angry about that too, talking about what, a conspiracy?
If you're gonna run over your significant other and kill them, you're not going to do it, in my opinion, and I'm still learning about this case, at an after-hours police party. That just makes no sense. The house is full of police officers. Yeah,
How intoxicated was she? What does she remember?
Are there cameras in the bars where they can go and find out how much they were drinking? Are there receipts? You know, you get what I'm saying? Like, there should be information. Hey, Cat Joy, thank you. Deborah Lee, you said, I made it. Glad to have you. That's number 4 on our super sticker train. 11 more seats left for anybody else who wants to hop forward. They were all driving drunk, I assume is what you meant to say. They're guilty of that. Sounds like it. Evidence he was attacked in a fight. So there you go. It seems like he probably got in a fight with some of his coworkers. Maybe it's just one bad officer who was drunk and didn't want to lose his job or his family and realized that Karen Read was drunk out of her mind and doesn't even have the ability to recall what was happened because she was blacked out. So he thought, okay, I'm just going to pin it on her.
Feels we're the only ones fighting for the truth of what happened to John O'Keefe. And me and my family and my attorneys and my team have marshaled every resource to get to the truth. It just feels like no one else wants it. We know who did it, Steve. We know. And we know who spearheaded this cover-up. You all know.
Yes, we do. And no, she didn't do it. No, she didn't do it. This is an innocent woman. She didn't do it.
I tried to save his life.
Yeah.
I tried to save his life at 6 in the morning. I was covered in his blood. I was the only one trying to save his life.
Why'd you admit to it?
She didn't admit to it. She didn't admit to anything close to that. Nothing close to that. And you should know that.
That was like 3 or 4 times she admitted to it.
No, she didn't.
That's not true.
She asked a question. She asked a question, which is very different. She didn't admit to anything.
That was like 3 or 4 times she admitted to it.
No, she didn't.
That's not true.
She asked a question. She asked a question, which is very different. She didn't admit to anything.